Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela. And I got a new deck in the mail yesterday. I did a walkthrough. It is the Modern Love Tarot. And it just so happens, did I put it back in there? That this deck comes with its own spread. And I lost it. Oh, it's in the floor. It comes, looks like that, and then you flip it over and it's a spread. And it is Interview Your New Tarot Deck Spread. And I haven't done an interview with a deck in probably close to 2 years, if not more. So I thought it'd be cool because this is not the typical deck I would buy, and just like I said yesterday, it was like a bubblegum purchase at the end of the aisle when you're checking out. I was like, I need this deck. I just happened to see it, walk through of it the other day. Somebody was using it. I'm like, I love that. And then I watched a full walkthrough, and I was hooked, and I bought it, and I got it the next day. So I thought it appropriate to do a interview your new tarot deck spread because I have no idea what I'm going to use this deck for. I wanted it, I saw it, I got it, and that's the end of it. So hopefully I'll get some insight or direction on how to use this deck. I did do a meditation before I pulled cards, but it is the 5 card layout here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I'll show you the Oracle deck that I think will pair with it. We'll see. So, without further ado, the first question is, what kind of reading will you expect from me? Or excel at? What kind of reading will you excel at? And I picked the Fool. It's funny because I'm kind of going into this having that faith in the deck that I don't know what's going to happen, and the Fool is the maybe that's the whole point of this deck. What to purchase it was learning to fly by the seat of your pants. Don't be so organized with things or circumspect with stuff. Interesting. Very interesting. So the second, it's sticky on here. I totally forgot to wipe it off, so I'm going to have to wipe these cards off before I put them back in the box. Number 2, what are your strengths as a tarot deck? The world. So I see that as basically anything and everything. It's a catch-all deck for whatever you want. It is a modern love tarot, and it is based more on love, but you can use it for other types of readings as well. So that's what I see here was with the world is there you can it's kind of a catch-all. You can do whatever kind of reading you want with this deck. Interesting. It too is a fly by the seat of the pants kind of gal, huh? Interesting. So question 3, what are you here to teach me? What are you here to teach me? Temperance, balance. Temperance for me is balance, period. And here, I actually, the walkthrough I watched too, they're like, I don't get it. But to me, this is balancing home and work life. This is your home life. If you have a work, especially with a busy mom, and I find it interesting that the angel is on the fridge in a drawing that the kid did. So the reference to the RWS is here. But I immediately, upon seeing the walkthrough of this specific card, I thought balancing home and work life. So balancing not just that, but all aspects of my life. So that's what this deck is here to teach me, is balancing all things, not just one or two things. Interesting. Number 4, how can I connect best with you? How can I connect best with you? We got the Knight of Wands. Mm. I almost hear kindred souls, like kindred spirits, or like almost kind of you give what you get. You treat me with respect, and I'll treat you with respect. Um, Interesting. I get a very, I don't know what it is about this specific knight in this specific deck, but I get a very echoey sound. Because he's in these like caverns or something, or these red mountains. Um, it feels very open but closed in at the same time, and very echoey to me. So I find that quite interesting as well. Maybe that's where the respect thing comes in, because it's more like respecting the earth and Mother Nature, and um, respecting the elements, because they can take you like that. Interesting. And then card 5 is, what card sums you up the best? What card sums you up the best? And we got the Four of Swords, and that's the card about rest. And I'm pretty sure I said previously, it's with the world, you can do any reading you want. It's a fly up by the seat of your pants kind of deck, but it's also a laid back, not too, despite some of the images and some of the cards being maybe harsher on family life, it still tries to come across as a very laid back, very well balanced deck. That's interesting too, because I'm always high strung, because I'm always thinking of what's the next thing I need to do, or what's the next. Like today, I made a grocery list, got everything on my list, and as I'm checking out, I got a phone call from my husband going, "Did you get this, this, and this?" I'm like, crap. So I literally went to my car. While I was waiting for my son to get done with his stuff, I was making another to-do list, grocery list. And I'm like, how is this possible that I'm making 2 grocery lists in one day? And I wound up going to 2 separate stores in the same day. So that card is reminding me, this deck is more of a laid back, maybe you should follow suit kind of deal. So I found that very interesting. Let me see what the book says. So for question 1, what kind of reading will you excel at? Which we got the Fool. It does have all these different relationship info, but I'm just going to read the top thing and there's a ton of spreads in here. But I just want to do this one because it's the card here. You can carry this anywhere with you. You can pull it out of this deck and do whatever spread with whatever deck you want. So I'm just going to read the general love meaning here. And the keywords are innocence, beginnings, and naivete. The Fool is a sign that an opportunity for love is coming your way, or you'll go out into the world actively looking for love. It's a leap of faith that can be quite a challenge for some. This card speaks to trusting a new beginning that represents itself, and that you will find what you are looking for. Whatever comes your way, work on being open to new possibilities. And remember, love can make fools of all of us. And I think that's interesting, because I've been kind of down on myself tonight, because today is the only day I have to, well, not the only day. Tomorrow I'll be busy, and then the work week starts all over again. Because I got asked to, by my writer group, to submit 5,000 to 7,000 words of a story that has not been published to this competition that's being done. And I was like, oh my God, I got to write the story. How it had started, I've only got like 1,400 words, I'm like, oh my God, I got to write at least another 4,000 words. And I got it all set up and started to actually write. And then I was just like, I can't do this. And I gave up. And I've been down on myself the rest of the night going, I can't, like, I know I need to do it. But now I'm running out of time. Because it ends the 31st. You have to submit everything by the 31st, which is like in a couple of days, right? Today's 27th. Tomorrow will be the 28th. And my brain's just ticking by the time. While meanwhile, my body's not physically doing anything. So I found that very interesting that the Fool comes up and it's talking about embracing new possibilities. And I'm like, same with my mediumship readings and not doing that. I haven't been writing either. And it's like, you can't call yourself a writer if you're not writing. You can't call yourself a medium if you're not actually doing mediumship readings and helping others. So, yeah, it's just, I think it's a fear thing that's been long-standing and it just keeps coming back around. And I just need to get off my butt and do it. Take that leap of faith. And wow. So card 2, the question was, what are your strengths as a tarot deck? We got Temperance. No, we got the World here. The World. I find it interesting that I have 3 majors here. Interesting. Here's Judgment. Where's the World? Okay. Completion, wholeness, and obtainment is and I find that interesting that the Fool is the first card in the World. The end of the majors is the second card. Interesting. It's almost like it bookends this message. You take that leap of faith and then you have obtainment. Interesting. The World is a card of completion. You've got what you've been striving for and are reaping the rewards of the effort you put into your relationship. Enjoy it now. There is no need to be chasing the next thing or wanting something that you don't have. Spend some quality time being present with your loved ones and celebrate what you have. Wow. Stick calling me out. Interesting. So it's like, you begged me for these opportunities and now you're not doing them. Why? Take the time to do them. Wow. Number 3, what are you here to teach me? We got the Temperance card. Turn right to it. Dang it. Keywords were healing, balance, and ease. There's a sense of peace and ease in your relationship with the Temperance card arrives in a love reading. You've been using your energy wisely and are not allowing the little things to blow up into fights or arguments. Your living space feels calm and contented or centered. If not, it's a sign to open your windows, get your cleansing tools out, and clear your environment as soon as you can. Interesting, because I've been saying I'm going to clean for like 2 weekends and I haven't done anything. I'm a big procrastinator and I hate that about myself. Hate it, but I can't help it. Number 4, how can I connect best with you? And that's the Knight here. Knight of Wands. So now we're finally out of the majors. Wow. And if that's thunder, we've had really bad thunderstorms the last couple hours. Usually I don't hear it, but that was a big one. And my dog just started pacing again. Keywords: adventure, assertiveness, action. So that ties into the other cards with taking action. Interesting. After what I just said and read. The Knight of Wands is the Knight of Wands is charismatic AF. They have the best stories to tell, especially the ones about their past loves and experiences. Are you freaking kidding me? So I mentioned echoes in this card, and it's literally echoing what I was saying about the writing. Wow. Wow. I don't know if you guys are catching that, but yeah. Um, Especially the ones about their past lovers and experiences. And the story I had started writing was of me in the hospital. Wow. When I had my first stent put in December, when I had to go to the emergency room. Interesting. They're always seeking out new people to connect with and are down for just about anything. When this card comes up in a love reading, it's time to try something new and a little bit daring. Tell your partner about your desires and bring a little spice into your love life, whatever that looks like for you. And again, this is telling me, because my relationship is solid. This deck is telling me there are other things to work with here other than your relationship. That to me, that whole relationship thing I keep reading is a metaphor for my own life happening, my relationship with myself. So I find that very fascinating because it's hitting exactly home with what's going on with me right this second. Um, that's crazy. Crazy. So number 5 was, what card sums you up the best? What card sums you up the best? You know, I think I did read these out of order. No, I didn't. I got them good. So the 4 of Swords is the what card sums you up the best? Let's go back to the Swords. That's crazy. One more. 4 of Swords. Keywords: reflection, test. Does it say test? Yeah. Test and introspection. No, rest and introspection. I can't read. I don't have my glasses on. I should have them on. There are times when asking people for advice is great. There are also times when you need to listen to your inner wisdom and block the outside noise. This is one of those times. Everyone has an opinion on what you should be doing or about your relationships, but you're the one who decides whether it's true or not. Take some time to listen to your inner self and acknowledge what that wisdom has to offer. Wow. Wow. That is crazy. So, I'm a little bit in love with this deck now. It's literally just spot on for what I'm going through and what's going on with my life right now. It's interesting. So, that is my interview your new tarot deck spread. Well, not mine, it's Ethany's. Because it is her deck. This is the book. Look how thick that is. It's like 300 something pages. It's crazy. But this is the Modern Love Tarot by Ethany. We all know and love. I don't even know what else to say. That's just crazy. Oh, I do want to say real quick. I'm gonna move these cards and I'm gonna show you guys real quick. I'm gonna see if I can pair this with the other. I'm gonna shuffle it. Oh my gosh. And show y'all. I thought to pair this with the Wild Child Oracle. I don't have the Wild Child Tarot. I was never really interested in it. But I was madly in love with this Oracle. It went out of print. I was devastated because I was getting ready to go buy it. And it went out of print. And then they had a second run on Kickstarter in 2023. And I jumped all over it. And I got it in like a month and a half. It was crazy. Like a few weeks after the Kickstarter ended, I had the deck in hand. But I thought this would pair good. Let me know in the comments below if you guys think it would pair well. So here we have the Hierophant and the Thorn, the Ten of Wands and the Cosmic Child, Page of Wands and Inner Garden, Ace of Wands and the Currents. I love that. I don't know why. I like this like fire and ice, fire and water kind of interesting. Nest and Two of Wands. Interesting. King of Cups and Trove. Decay and Justice. King of Pentacles and Crescent. Eight of Wands and Opportunity. Interesting. Interesting. Sun and Mirage. One more. Judgment and Ardor. Interesting. Okay, one more. Sorry. The Devil and Flight. Okay, I can't stop. Sorry. Page of Swords and Echo. Again, the freaking word echo. King of Swords and Idleness. King of Wands and Reverie. Seven of Wands and Shadow. Okay. One more. For real this time. One more. Oh my gosh, this is a freaking snake. Fruit of Knowledge with the Three of Wands. Interesting. I cannot end it on a snake. Sorry. Crossroads and the Strength card. Interesting. Anyway, that is the deck I have in mind to work with this deck, because I don't have the Wild Child Tarot, so I don't have a tarot to kind of go with this, because I don't have very similar artwork to that deck. I do, however, have, to me, it's very similar artwork in this deck. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you got any other information from the spread I did, any comments, questions, anything like that. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good night.